My next guest says tax reform will deliver Americans the results they voted for last November. And joining me now, Congressman Mark Meadows. He will have a lot to say about how all of this transpires. He's the chairman of the Freedom Caucus. And Mr. Chairman, it is great to see you, and congratulations.
Well, it's great to be with you. Obviously, we're just a few hours away from a historical moment on the Senate floor, but as it comes back, and you've already been reporting on that this evening, as it comes back to the House tomorrow, I think that you will see jubilation in real terms as we vote once again in the House tomorrow on the modified version that will come back from the Senate tonight.
Do you find there to be great sort of universal justice in the fact Sherrod Brown is opposite you on the screen? I mean, he is going through antic after antic. I love his enthusiasm for whatever it is he's saying as you dominate the conversation with whatever you wish.
Well, you're very kind there, Lou. I tell you, one of the great things is about all that Sherrod Brown can do is make a lot of antics on the Senate floor, because we've got the votes to make sure that we allow the American taxpayer to put more money, more of their own money back in their pocket to spend. And so I can tell you that the votes are going to happen. I was with the president today. He's excited about signing this into law. He believes that not only is he delivering on a campaign promise, but he's been actively engaged personally to sell this to members in both the House and the Senate. If anybody underestimates the ability of this president to get things done, he looks no further than this particular historic moment on tax reform.
Absolutely. And I'm told now by one of our producers that Sherrod Brown is talking about the allocation of the tax cuts, which I infer to mean the 23% of the total tax cuts that'll be going to the middle class. Sherrod Brown seems very enthusiastic about that. I would say incongruously so, since he is a big critic of the president and the plan.
Well, I mean, Sherrod's got another election that he's running for, and I can tell you that I have actually talked to manufacturers in his home state who are so excited about the fact that they will be bringing jobs back from overseas to the United States because of this particular tax bill. But it's also those middle-income wage earners. What they're going to be able to do is not only see relief, but real tax cuts. I find it interesting that we have to change the name of the tax bill because of a parliamentarian on the Senate side. I've never seen that to be something that would actually be under the purview of a parliamentarian, and yet here we are changing the name of the tax bill. But perhaps what we need to say is this is all about cuts, 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 and making sure that the American people benefit in a unbelievable way like never before.
One of the things I'm getting a kick out of, and I realize you can't see it, but so I'm going to describe it to you. Sherrod Brown is there like this, standing there and talking engagingly as always, of course, and he keeps backing up toward the double doors, finds the lectern, then he goes back, even opened the door, as if there is something behind that door that we need to know about, or perhaps is about to enter through those double doors. The suspense is amazing that's building in the
Well,
Senate
perhaps he's going to bring in a prop onto the Senate floor to describe what Nancy Pelosi did earlier on the House floor, and that's all about how their message, which is a message that they roll out each and every year, Lou, which says, well, this is only going to benefit those that are at the very top of the income bracket. I can tell you that that's not the fact. Yeah. Someone who makes $73,000 a year, their average tax cut will be over $2,000 back in their pocket. And so, it's old rhetoric. It's the campaign of politics of give to one and take away from another. But this is going to be good across the board.
So what I don't understand further, and I'll just ask my producers, why would we not open up the screen to Congressman Meadows in his entirety so that we could conclude our discussion without the distraction of the good senator, who is not microphoned. And frankly, I'm tiring of trying to divine both his intent and his message.
Well, that's
Congressman
what this live
Meadows
TV
has done a brilliant job of it.
Well, live TV, that's what this is all about. You're getting it first. Just a few hundred feet from me is Sherrod Brown going through his antics, and so I'll try to make sure I can make sense of it from way over here. But it's hard. It's hard to make sense of what the Senate does. Generally, Lou, they take more naps than they do votes, and so this is a historic moment tonight.
If you're going to pile on the Senate, even before they vote, a man of courage as well, but also a man we're going to listen to because we tend to agree so often, and certainly in this raw, isolated instance. Congressman, it's great to see you. Congratulations on a great day. I know, and by the way, I took this up with Chairman Brady. Now, there's no chance that you all have organized this parliamentarian little shift in the Senate so that you could get another vote for tax cuts, or as Kevin Brady put it, the only thing better than voting for tax cuts once is doing it twice.
Well, we look forward to voting on it twice. We knew this afternoon that there may be 2 or 3 small glitches. They're not fatal to the bill. Obviously, the administration was aware of that. And so really for the American people, for the markets, there's nothing really to worry about, because tomorrow, midday, we'll be signing this and sending this bill on to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I know you all never take a look at a market because that just wouldn't be fair or appropriate. But we watch them like hawks here, and I'm looking for some considerable celebratory rallies in the markets tomorrow across equities, bonds, commodities, derivatives, futures, you name it.